Hi there, welcome back to Waito Tutorials, and today let me show you how you can draw in 2D. We have here an empty page, an empty layout, and we are going to draw on it some 2D shapes and forms. We have here the Guidelines tab, under which we find the 2D drawing tools, which we will go through now. Starting off with the straight line. We have a 2D straight line here, which we can create in different ways, starting with a parallel line, a simple vertical or horizontal one, going over 2 points, or with a perpendicular drawing method, or draw in an angle. We will go through all these methods. First, we can draw a parallel line. Of course, for this, we need another line or something to refer to. I'm gonna start with the vertical line. This is an infinite line which goes all the way through our layout here. And this is very simple. You just click on the icon and click on the place where you want to put this straight line. This goes the same with the horizontal line. Just select it and put it anywhere you want. Now for the parallel line, it's a little bit different. You select it and you have to select the reference line of which you want to create parallel line. I'm selecting this one, and it doesn't matter where you click, it plays a temporal line, and in this window you will be asked where you want to put it exactly. I'm gonna type 150, click OK, and now it's placed 150 centimeters away, this first line. If you click a right click, you can go back to parallel line selection, click another one, and now I can draw a vertical one, 250, and now we have parallel lines. We can do another line over 2 points. Now these 2 points should be maybe these two, but as you can see, when you select the first one, you immediately see the preview of your new line. You can select any points for the second click. I'm selecting this one, and now we have an inclined infinite line. We can draw a perpendicular one. Again, you have to select the starting line, and it immediately creates an infinite line perpendicular on the previous one. Click OK, and there you have it. And now let's check out the draw line in an angle. I'm starting with a point somewhere, and you have to select the second point for the baseline, as you can see down here. Second point for the baseline, and now I'm gonna click the third time for the angle. In the pop-up window, I can specify correctly 140, for example, and the final step is to click again so the line can be created. I should have selected an exact point. Let's try it again. So first point, second point for the baseline, specify the angle, let's say 175, and I'm selecting the starting point, so so our new line goes through that exact point. Now we have a pretty line jungle here. Let's see what else can we do. We can do 2D lines. Now, the straight line means that it's an infinite line, which, well, basically it's not infinite, but it's way bigger than our page here, our paper size. The line, though, means that you have the same drawing methods, but it will be only as long as you want. Let me show you what I mean. Let's draw a parallel line based on this one. Clicking on it. I'm selecting the position of our new line, maybe 600. And for the final step, I need to define the exact length of our new line on the same position which I selected earlier. It doesn't matter if I click on the line where I clicked previously or somewhere else. The only thing that matters is to, as you can see, to define the length of our line. I do a right click, and as you can see, I can create a line between those horizontal ones. And this is the exact length which I defined with the 2 clicks. If I want to, I can do it freely without points. It's almost exactly 600. And this means the simple line. It's a line which you can set the length of. The 2D straight line is an almost infinite, a very long line, which you do not have the ability to set the length of. So this is the basic difference between those two. We also have polylines, curves, rectangles, polygons, circles. Let's run through them very quickly. A polyline basically means multiple lines connected to each other. You can set it freely anywhere you want. If you have a specific form in your mind, you can set the length and the angle based on the previous one. And so you can create something you want exactly. 180, okay, and so on. If you're done, just make a right click and click on done. And now if you want to select, this is your polyline you just created. If you want to, you can make a right click on the icon, and here are the properties for the next lines you will make. You can set the color. I can make a red line if I want to. You can set the width and the type, whether it should be semicolon, broken line, 1 or 2. It's a bigger and a smaller gap between the dashes. Let's select the broken line number 1, and that's it for the lines. And now I'm gonna create another. As you can see, now it's red and it's a dashed line type. Okay. The other one is the curve. This you can create by selecting 2 points. And if you know AutoCAD, this is basically the SP line. It's a simple curved line which you can extend as you wish, and it's gonna be always curved around the points I select. Done, and this is our curve. Of course, we have the same properties for it as well. We have the rectangle. Again, right click on it, and now the filling and hatching comes in question for this type of shapes. We have to select now a filling color. Let's set it to orange. If I check this object transparent checkbox, it basically clears the color and puts it back to white or transparent. Select hatching. We have some predefined hatches. Selecting this, but also you can import some other ones because the list goes on and on. We have lots of them. Of course, you can set the same line width and line type for the contour. Click OK, and now you can create your predefined rectangle. You can also set the length and the width, and there you have it. You can select it, and with the double click you can edit the properties of it. Right now I'm leaving it as it is. If you come up here in the settings menu, down here the 2D line width on or off option makes the lines appear as they are in their properties. The other shapes are the polygon and the circle. The way they can be created are almost the same as the rectangle. They have the same properties panel. The next thing I want to show is the edit lines function, which consists of a controlled cut, a form corner 2D, and a break or split line. The controlled cut means stretching the lines. I select this one and select the target where I want the line to reach. Click it and click the target. The form corner means it makes a corner, obviously. Let's create 2 lines very quickly. 1 line, 2 line, and now I can form a corner with them. As you can see, now they're in contact with each other. And the third one is the break or split line. This is an easy way to separate a line into 2 pieces. Again, select your line, select the distance on which you want to make a cut. And of course here the 2D line width switch as well. So you don't need necessarily to come up here. You can find this option down here as well. So this is the basics of 2D drawing in Wato softwares.